Today I'm going to film a little journal ecosystem tour. If you can see here, I have all of these different notebooks and I like watching these videos, so I thought I would film one with my own system. So I think I'm gonna start with my only notebook that is not in like a leather notebook cover. So this one here is like my, I don't know, more traditional journal style notebook. So like I would write, like just the date and like paragraphs, I guess. So this is, I don't use this every day. I just write about it when I feel like there's something significant or something that I want to work through, kind of like problem solve. So this doesn't get used all the time, but I think once I'm done with it, I'll probably want to keep it. And this notebook is pretty thick. It's a hardcover, and I think it has like 365 pages, and I'm only like in the first portion here. So this is my first journal. Doesn't get used a lot, but it's more like a diary style type of thing, I guess. This is the first notebook that I got that was in the traveler's notebook style. So I actually ordered this from a company called Forest 9, and I got a trifold. All of my notebook covers are actually trifolds because I just like how it protects the edges of my notebooks. So this one is my like everyday planning type of notebook. So I have my daily planner in here, and each, I guess, little section of my life has its own planner because I like to write things in detail. And my daily planner, it's one of these Muji notebooks, and you can only fit so much. So one insert is just like my daily to-do list things, like things around the house, errands, and that sort of thing. I have one that's a training planner, one that I was using for work, and one that was like work idea related. And I think another one was my language learning goals. At one point, I was writing out like, I want to work on reading this day, listening, etc. I'm not really doing that right now, but it's an undated calendar, so in the future I can continue using it. But on the front of this one, I have this little charm in the front, and I have 3 charms on the side. I have like a microscope, this green thing, and a little forest. And the rest of the notebook covers I actually made myself. So I went on to make this one. This is an A4 size notebook cover. The one I just showed you before was A5 size. So this one was meant to be like for language learning or for work, school, whatever. This is just a better size to write in, I think. So that's why I went for something like this. I only have 3 notebooks in here right now, so it's quite a thin notebook stack, but again, this is a trifold, so it can expand a lot more to hold more notebooks. And this one's actually in Crazy Horse leather, which is oil tan, so it's not going to develop the same way as vegetable tan leather. I ordered this on accident, but it ended up working out, so I'm happy with it. And after that, these next 2 notebooks, I couldn't justify these as well when I got them, or when I made them, I mean, but I think I got this one first, the leather for it. So I saw how natural colored leather ages really beautifully into like a nice brown cover, into a nice brown color. So I got this notebook for that reason. Once I decided that I wanted to get a notebook cover in this color, I kind of justified / planned out what I would use it for after the fact. So I don't think it was as necessary as my other notebooks are, but I did find a use for this whole notebook cover. So this is more my memory keeping collection. So in here I have like more memory keeping things. I just started this notebook, so it's pretty empty right now, but this is going to be more like aesthetic journaling, with stickers and stuff. And then I have a nature journal. Right now I'm using this for some notes about my vegetable garden. I do find like the native plants in the area pretty interesting, and taking pictures of that stuff. I use iNaturalist on my phone to take pictures of stuff, so I might print out some interesting things that I find. But right now, again, this is pretty empty. I have a daily log where I'm trying to write like about my day in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish yet, but I'm trying to learn it. So this is kind of like my daily writing practice, but I'm relying heavily on Google Translate right now, which I think is fine. I am picking up on some words, repetitive things that I do every day, but that's the purpose of this. And I was also thinking about getting a 5-year journal. So rather than, pay for that right now, I decided to just kind of start something cheaper on my own where I'm just, writing in a regular notebook about my day. And then I have 2 blank inserts, I think. I think I had an idea about what I wanted to do with these, but I kind of changed my mind, and I just thought I should leave these in here for now to help shape the journal cover into like this more chunky shape. And as you can see, I chose to put in like this envelope shape into the cover because I like I think it's Paper Republic that has that shape. Originally I had like squared edges or rounded edges like I have on my other ones, but I didn't like how it looked on here, but I really like this shape. It's really nice. And then my final notebook cover is my only A6. So this is, again, another vegetable tan leather, and I really love this color. From other leather cover brands, I saw how nice this green color will age. So I think that was also one of the reasons I ended up getting this. But I have to say, like, being able to carry this around is really nice. I think one day I'll try moving my planner in here. This might have to be like a dedicated planner, I guess, because I don't know how I'm supposed to write everything I write on my A5 in the A6, but this is super convenient for bringing to places with you. So this one is more like a hobby related notebook. So my most used insert in here is my recipes insert. So I write down, all of my favorite recipes. I go in here at least a couple times a week. Previously, it was all scattered in different online locations, and this is just better. And then I have this one, which is titled Hobby, but I don't know, it's just random things, I guess, related to hobbies. So like if I was making something and I wanted to remember measurements or ideas for that specifically, it would go in here. And then I have this notebook, which I have titled Research. And this is more like a STEM related commonplace book. I think when I got this, I intended for it to be something where I could read like academic articles, I think in biochemistry mostly, but also some areas of science that I'm interested in. And I just wanted to take notes on that just to like keep my brain going because I'm not in school right now. But right now it's kind of just, I don't think it's really biochemistry focused, the stuff I'm writing in here, but it is related to like health. It's related to health and science, so I think it's pretty interesting. I really like this notebook. This is the, open flat notebook. It does open flat, and it's really nice to write in. And then I have a little travel insert. I'm not going to show what's on it, but this is more like local travel. I like to bike, pretty long distances, so sometimes I go a new route, and I'll take pictures of that and stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much my little journal ecosystem. Just to show you again, these are the notebook covers that I made myself. So these 2 plus this black one. And this is the one that I purchased. I have 2 A5s, A6, and A4, and my notebook, of course. So I hope you found that interesting, and I really like this system. This is my favorite notebook. I mean, it's my planner. I can't live without it, but I really like how this leather feels. It's definitely my most finished one, in terms of craftsmanship, but I also love the ones that I made myself. So if you're thinking about, getting a notebook cover and you want to make it yourself to lower the cost a lot, then I recommend you do it yourself because it's not that difficult. It's just important you get the right leather because I didn't intend to get the Crazy Horse leather that I used here. I don't like it as much, but as long as you get the correct leather that you're looking for, and I recommend vegetable tanned as many of the brands use, then you should be good to make it yourself. So thank you for watching my little journal ecosystem. I hope you found that interesting.